with thousands of end users.
Yep, in 18 months,
We send well over 1 million messages per month now.
horror stories happen.
It is pretty complicated. Make it really simple at the front end.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I've got Gary Capps, the owner of My CRM Sim, very famous in the HighLevel world. He called it micro famous, but I believe he's famous and a very, very generous human being with a very unique product. So if you've not heard My CRM Sim, and if you're someone who aspires to have tools and backend, softwares and marketplace apps that plugs into HighLevel, positions you unique in the market space, definitely this episode is going to be so much value on how Gary found this particular niche. What is the key to finding a unique set of problems and tool to actually solve that particular problem? How do you position yourself? How do you scale? And what's the key thing that helped Gary grow? I mean, it's not anything to huge strategy, but it's basically being a nice human being, which is amazing. So, so Gary does a lot of speaking gigs. He was invited to the Philippines to speak at an event, and he's always generously sharing his knowledge. There's lots of free resources that he offers, webinars that he does. So I'll leave links to Gary's business and all the offers that he has going on at the moment, and some evergreen offers in the description below. Feel free to check him out. Feel free to ask questions if you have any questions, and plug My CRM Sim into your HighLevel agency to make sure your clients are getting the support that they need in the SMS delivery with very affordable options, right? So it's going to be a win-win for you, your clients, and Gary. Gary, tell us, I know Gary Capps is famous in the HighLevel world, so please introduce yourself to the listeners who don't know Gary Capps.
Micro famous. So Gary, so I'm the founder of My CRM Sim. We are the only platform that does SMS, WhatsApp, and iMessage as an additional plugin for HighLevel. We've currently got about over 500 agencies on our platform with thousands of end users. We send well over 1 million messages per month now. We've been there for about 18 months, roughly.
Yeah, in 18 months, reaching this milestone is not an easy feat, especially being the pioneer. And he's the first in the industry who has disrupted it in the HighLevel world. If you know the platform, you know communication is key in terms of appointment bookings. Anything, email and SMS is huge. And there was a huge gap in the market, and Gary found it and he did it. So I know as an end user, you had struggled with the platform. That's what helped you do it. But I can imagine the back end, the technical development itself would not have been an easy job. How did you start it?
Yeah, so it was really the cost for us. So as an Australian agency, like the cost of SMS is really expensive compared to like the US. So Twilio there is like less than a cent per message, whereas in Australia it's like 6 cents per message. So it was the cost and the cost for our clients and the conversations we had to have with them about, oh, no, it costs so much for text messaging and so forth. So that was what started it with us. And then we started the development with that with an Android app. And then I had a development partner to do that. And then we've grown since then from our development partner to now we have like a full team in an office in Pakistan. I think we have 9 people there now. I'm going to go and see them in a couple of weeks, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And yeah, what we've tried to do, and like it is pretty complicated, as in everything that runs, like there's a lot going on in the back end. But what we've really tried to focus on is making it really simple at the front end for our users. So it's really as easy as it can possibly be in terms of like scan a QR code, connect a device, and go through it like that. So we try to make it very, very simple on the front end, and we do all the hard work in the back end, basically, so people don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. So I see when people are in the development space, in the backend space, I've heard some horror stories happen. Like, the workflow that's just triggered and all the steps, all the emails lands at once. Do you have a horror story for us during your development phase?
Not for us through our development phase. Like I have had problems with that myself personally. Like one time ever before we were using, before we'd actually launched it as a platform for other people, where we actually had a workflow triggered and it sent out like 2,500 Google reviews,
My God.
like instantly through an SMS like that, which wasn't great.
Yeah.
Or Google review requests, I should say. So yeah, that's happened to me personally once with it was just a webhook that fired in HighLevel once accidentally. But we try and mitigate all that stuff now. So we've obviously learned through that. So as an agency and having done all those things, we have some mitigation of things in our back end to try and help prevent if anything like that happens from like the HighLevel or the user end, to try and mitigate those risks through our platform as well.
And I see you are one of the top marketplace downloaded apps.
We are, yeah. We float between 5 and 6 in the marketplace as the top downloaded apps worldwide, which is crazy to me.
Fantastic.
Like, it's crazy. I still
Like,
can't believe it some days. I look at that.
yeah. Someone sitting in Sunshine Coast and building these apps for the global company,
Yeah.
ranking high is no easy feat. So, for someone who is aspiring to be you, or a developer, or someone who wants to develop an app in the marketplace, what would be your words of advice for them?
Find and understand the problem for your audience. First of all, you got to find and understand that and solve a problem for them, and then solve that well and make it easy so that that problem can be overcome by the end user that you want. You've got to really make it a simple step for them. People don't want to buy another problem at the end of the day. If they're going to make things difficult to kind of get things set up or to use or whatever. So you've really got to understand the audience and the problem that they've got, and fix that in the most simple way possible, because people basically, they'll buy like time and money. That's what they buy, really. So, if you can give them back time or get things cheaper for them, that's what they really want.
Is there anything new or in terms of feature that you would like to add to the current My CRM Swim like tech stack?
Tons. It's something like we are constantly developing. One of the big things that we want to get added in there is phone calls. We were waiting for Level Up because we heard rumors that they might be opening up the call API, but they haven't. So we've got some other ways that we're looking at to do that now instead, because we were kind of just waiting to see whether or not that was a possibility. But yeah, calls will be a very important thing for us to get working.
Do you work closely with the high level dev team?
We have some good connections there, yeah, because of the volume and everything that we send through. They've been really, really good to us as well. There are certain things that people might not know with marketplace apps. So we have our marketplace app is free. They pay to use our service, so to speak, and it doesn't cost to use the standard stuff through like SMS or any more to use that. But there are things called premium actions or premium workflow actions in HighLevel. So we have a number of those as well that kind of enhance the use of our app. And HighLevel actually came to us and they were really kind, and they said, well, what we'll do, we'll actually make those free in your app.
Wow.
So instead of there's a 1 cent per premium action charge as a standard thing from HighLevel, like it's not us implementing that from HighLevel, and they've actually waived that on our app for us, which is really kind.
My brain just goes with the nightmare explaining clients' terms and conditions with pricing in terms of all these not hidden, but premium action triggers. They don't understand, right? So all they want is just send an SMS and then everything else triggers. So how do you manage it in terms of, I know legal compliance, you've got terms and conditions, you've got a page explaining pricing, but how do you, have you had people come and ask, hey, what's this?
It's not too bad because, like I say, ours doesn't cost. Like, you don't have to use premium actions to use our service. So it is no extra charge to do the standard SMS and stuff like that. So that's fine. If they want to use the premium actions, people generally understand that anyway, because they know with HighLevel there are premium actions. Like HighLevel supply premium actions as a standard in workflows. Also, not as a standard, as a premium, but they're built in anyway. So agencies understand what these premium actions are anyway. So when they just see more of them, they kind of know, and they're an opportunity for them to actually do more rebilling on their end as an agency to the client. So if they want to use it, then they can actually make extra margin on top of that stuff. So it's actually pretty okay.
Okay. So you're still following the high level model where, the end user can still make
Yeah, it's all
money.
rebillable
Yeah.
always through the HighLevel ecosphere. It's just the fact that instead of, like I say, normally an agency would be charged, or they'd be paying that penny and then they've got to mark it up to the end user. They don't get charged anything from ours. So they could charge a penny and they'd still be making, full markup basically anyway. We don't have to add any extra more on that. So
Okay. So what's your plan for 2026?
we've got a lot of development to go in. So calls is one thing. We've got some partners that we're going to plug into
JP?
our,
Mm-hmm.
JV, but also to plug into our system as well. So we want to continue to roll out that development as well. Just more development and more education as well. Like, keep educating our clients on how to use the system. That's one of our main focuses, or one of my main focuses, like making sure that everybody understands it's not just how to use the tool, it's how to market well with SMS, like conversational messaging, doing good offers, like how to send them out, like all these kind of things. Like we've written custom GPTs and stuff for people, so like they can use our tool and they can create their whole SMS sequence, like following best practice. All the stuff that we've learned from like millions of messages that go out, we've plugged that in to a GPT and like trained it. So you can go in there and go, right, what do you need to do? I want to do a database for activation. It'll ask half a dozen questions and it will give you a sequence.
Yeah.
So that's a really big focus for us. Like that's always been a big focus for me anyway. Like as an agency owner, trying to make sure that we can provide not just the tool, but the training and the understanding and how to make things as simple as possible. So more training, more stuff, delivered more simply.
That's
To
it.
the best that we can.
Simplicity is key, right?
As best as we can.
What would be your advice for people who have fear about hiring team offshore, working with offshore teams?
Gonna have to get over it. Like you have to get over it.
Most
And think,
Aussie way of
yeah,
saying it, just get over it. Like,
get over it. Look, you have to do it. Like you've got to grow somewhere or in some way. Like you can't, if you're gonna grow any business or scale anything, you can't do everything yourself. So you're going to have to find people. You're going to have to find people that you can trust at a degree as well. You're going to have to train them. You're going to have to provide good resources for them. You're going to have to provide good conditions and employment for them. All those things. Treat your people well, and then they will treat you well in return. I'm very fortunate. We have a team of 14 now. They're fantastic. Like I'm so lucky at the end of the day. But I try and make sure that we treat them really well. I'm going over to visit my entire team in a couple of weeks.
yep,
That's really
which is
exciting.
exciting. Yep.
But yeah, get over it. Get over it. You're going to have to start somewhere. Start with a team. Outsource one thing that you can't do today, and then learn how to do that from there. And then try and manage people and understand that the problems always come from you. Right? You're the person at the front. And if there's a problem, it's probably because you put it there, right? And you either didn't explain things properly, and you have to try and that's been a big learning for me in growing this team as well, is like learning and going, okay, well, something's not right. It's probably my fault.
Correct.
At the end of the day, like I didn't explain it well enough. I didn't provide the right resource for them. What did I do wrong? So trying to take a step back all the time and just go, okay, hang on, this might not be their fault.
Yeah.
Generally, it's probably my fault.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a great leader's trait, Gary. So well done. Because I always tell people, before you point one finger, point three at yourself and ask what you could have done better before you blame others. So well done. I don't see a lot of people doing it. So really, really well done. Cool. So almost you are in that space, which is very, very disruptive, which is very, very new. Were you always a disruptor in any industry, or?
I was always entrepreneurial.
Mhm.
Always. I've always tried to do something different. I would always say that like I was really good employee, but not very employable. So like whatever task I had to do, I'd always try and find ways to do it better, more efficient or whatever. So if I worked somewhere, I was like, okay, how do we do this better? How do we make it more efficient? But I never really liked being told what to do. So it was like, give me a job to do, but if you tell me how to do it, I'm probably not going to do it how you tell me, because I'm going to see other ways and better ways to do it, or ways that I think are better.
Yeah.
So I always thought I was good when I was employed and stuff. I generally kind of, made things better. But it doesn't make me a very employable person, because I'm always want to do things. I can see different avenues and ways to do stuff. So I would say I was always very entrepreneurial. I'm not a clock in, clock out type of person. Most people are like that. They're entrepreneurial. ADHD of the brain, you're always thinking of a new thing. Like I have no shortage of things to do.
Yeah.
Like none.
So what was Gary Capps before My CRM Sim and HighLevel?
Traditional agency. So like just going back one step before there, like traditional agency, SEO, SEM, website builds, that kind of stuff. Going back before that, like so way back, my background was in engineering, in buildings. Basically, I used to anything you wanted to put into a building and turn on, off, up or down. Mostly aircon, lights, lifts, alarms, all that kind of stuff, and turn it on and off, up or down from a computer. That's what I used to do. And that took me from that kind of engineering computer through to website,
Rather
SEO,
truckers and knowledge.
and then
Yeah.
into what I'm doing now.
Amazing. Very, very inspiring, Gary. And one final question. I think in terms of Australian dollars, US dollars, people have lots of reservations, right? But you had a booth at the Level Up, which is not cheap. So I know you've got this abundant mindset and you've got that investment mindset. And, so how did you approach it? And what was your experience as an exhibitor at Level Up 2025?
It was so worth it for us. Like it was really good. Last year I went as just a general attendee. We'd only just launched. I think we'd been in the market for a couple of months at that time. So I was kind of going over to what is this all about? Like everybody's going on about this high level event. Went there, loved it, had a great time, made some great connections. And then as we grew, we've got a lot of interest in the marketplace as well. And we sponsored to have a booth. I flew over a couple of our team for the booth, which was great as well. And just absolutely worth it. It's worth it for it's worth it for all the reasons for growing your business as well. But I also look at it as it's worth it for the reasons of like supporting HighLevel and the HighLevel ecosphere, so to speak. I mean, they're putting on those events. They cost a fortune. I know people look at it and they go, oh, it's very expensive for a booth. And it is. But if you actually went and attended one of the events and you saw all the stuff that they put on and what they do, like they're not cheap to put on. So I feel like we should support that because we want that help to happen. Like we are supporting HighLevel support our businesses. So that all helps everybody. So yeah, I view it in that way as that, it's kind of something that we should do to help support the HighLevel ecosphere because helping them helps us.
Correct. Thank you for that key message. I don't think a lot of people understand that giving is the way that you receive. So always, in the BNI world, they call it give is gain. There are different things that, have different philosophy. But I think 2 or 3 key things from Gary's talk is one, he's big on training. He's big on education. He's big on keeping things simple. And, I don't know how many people in the high-level world will think that I have to pay back to high-level or, I've got a responsibility to give to the high-level world. So that is very, very thoughtful and kind and generous of you, Gary. Thank you so much for your time. And I wish you a great trip to Pakistan with your son. And I'm sure they're amazing people. I've got my team there. They're so grateful for every opportunity you give them. And the amount of skill set that's lying there is just abundant. So if any one of you are looking at, hiring offshore, I highly recommend. It's great. So I wish you all the best for 2026. I know you're extremely tired. I hope you have a good break after Pakistan if you get a chance. I doubt it. But I think it'll be very refreshing to go see the other side of the world. And I think for me, the more I travel, I feel so blessed to call Australia home.
I'm so excited to go over there and see all these people that I work with.
Yeah.
Like every day, but I don't know them. So I'm so excited to go and see them, spend time with them, which is going to be amazing. I'm taking my son with me to go over there as well and see the other side of the world.
Yeah.
We've got stacks of stuff that we're taking over for the team and for the office and all that stuff to help make sure that they've got everything that they need as well.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited.
You'll be drowned with love and hospitality and food, and you'll be blown away with the people's just love and hospitality. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for my CRM Sim and all the upgrade stacks that you've got planned. And I hope 2026 is great for all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you.